You may assume that the modern burial we are familiar with today has existed for eternity. In fact, the opposite is true. What we call a modern burial, which involves embalming, placing the body into a casket, lowering the casket into a concrete vault, and sealing with a marble tomb, only emerged in the 19th century. Today, some people add vegetation to graves, and an increasing number of people are interested in natural, green, and sustainable burials. This interest is growing because it turns out the modern burial process is fairly awful. It is extremely expensive, often costing a family approximately €15,000. Modern funeral homes which provide these services have made headlines about their predatory business practices and artificially high prices. In addition to expense, these burials are environmentally unsustainable. Every year in France, enough metal is used in coffins to rebuild the Eiffel Tower 3 times over. In the ground of a 10-acre cemetery alone, there are enough toxic embalming chemicals such as formalin to fill a swimming pool. As well as being incredibly resource-intensive, modern burials are polluting the precious open space left in Paris, as each burial plot takes an average of 3 square meters. Nowadays, Parisian cemeteries are completely overcrowded, and although new cemeteries have been built outside of the Paris walls, this only delays the day we will have to address this problem. But will it be possible to change the way we bury the dead? History says yes, as cemeteries and funerary practices have known many dramatic changes throughout the course of French history. In fact, before marble headstones were commonplace, most gravesites were covered with vegetation or used to plant a tree. So can we return to this past to save the future? Can cemeteries evolve again to address these societal, environmental, and urban challenges? We imagine a different future for cemeteries and funerary practices, and are convinced now is the time for change. What if a funeral home was not the only option? What if burials were less toxic for the environment? What if nature provided more closure? What if cemeteries were enjoyable park spaces? What if the whole funerary process was more affordable and transparent? Introducing Pando.